Hello, everybody. My name is Matt Edelman, and I'm here with Rebecca Shepard for another episode of Away with Taxation. We're here to talk to you about the Employee Retention Credit again and to espouse the benefits that are out there for many of the businesses that have been impacted by the pandemic.
What we're noticing in our practice is that tax professionals are missing these credits for their clients. They're not able to determine that the clients are eligible because they believe that if they haven't lost money during the pandemic, then they aren't eligible for the credit, and that's just simply not the case. And the credit is up to $33,000 per employee, and that's a refundable credit, that's cash in your pocket, that's something to look for. So we want to make sure that everyone is looking out for it, and if it's possible to help you get the credits, we're happy to do so. The first misconception that professionals have is that if you were eligible for a PPP loan and you got forgiveness on that loan, you are not eligible for the Employee Retention Credit. This is false. If you received PPP funds, you are still able to get the Employee Retention Credit. For PPP, you aren't able to double dip wages with ERC, but that doesn't mean that you can't use both programs to maximize both credits. For example, if somebody makes $20,000 per quarter or $80,000 a year, for that quarter you can use $10,000 of wages toward the ERC credit and $10,000 toward PPP forgiveness. This is going to maximize both credits and give you the most dollars in the bank.
You cannot double dip with PPP and ERC funds, meaning that you cannot use funds that are used to claim the Employee Retention Credit to apply towards PPP loan forgiveness. This is why it's important to find an expert to help you calculate the maximum possible credit while still achieving PPP loan forgiveness.
Another common misconception that we find that people are realizing about ERC is that if your income went up or has not significantly decreased, you are not eligible for the ERC. So there is a revenue component where you can be eligible. If your revenue went down 50% in 2020 or 20% per quarter, quarter over quarter in 2021, you are eligible for ERC. But that's not the only way. Another opportunity for ERC is whether or not your business was substantially impacted by a government shutdown. So what does that mean? If your business is broken up into multiple components, for example, a restaurant, you have indoor dining, you have takeout. If indoor dining represents more than 10% of your revenue historically, and indoor dining was impacted by a government shutdown or government orders forcing you to socially distance and limiting the capacity of your dining room by 50%, you're now eligible for the Employee Retention Credit despite the fact that, say, your takeout sales went through the roof and you've actually done pretty well during the pandemic. This is an opportunity that professionals are missing and not looking through carefully. Matt, can you give us another example?
Sure, let's use a manufacturer as an example. A manufacturer can qualify for the Employee Retention Credit because of a disruption in its supply chain. Let's say a vehicle manufacturer has a supplier of carburetors that was shut down entirely due to a government order. Because of that, the vehicle manufacturer's supply chain was disrupted and they could not complete their vehicles for production and sale.
Great. Let's do one more example. Let's look at a law firm that primarily specializes in litigation. Well, the courts were closed for a good part of 2020 and 2021. So how does that impact the law firm? More than 10% of its revenue, typically derived from litigation costs directly going to court, was impacted, and therefore they're now eligible for the credit. A lot of professionals are missing these types of eligibility criteria because they're not realizing that if your income went up or didn't significantly decrease, that you're eligible for these credits. We're happy to take a second look at anyone who's been told they are not eligible for the ERC, or anyone who has any questions about whether or not they are eligible or able to maximize these credits. All of our information is below. As usual, if you could please give us a like, we'd appreciate it. If you've got any comments, please let us know, and we will look forward to seeing you next time.